joking. Why you filming it? That's the other part too. Why you filming it and not going there to beat the fuck out of them? Like, dude, what the fuck wrong with you? They filming the shit. That's how I be like, I know y'all videos don't be real. I know y'all set that shit up. Cause ain't no fucking way. You filming it. This be the part, like, we be looking at it, y'all, for real. Like, people be setting us up seriously. Cause we looking at it. Like, we looking at it. You see what I'm saying? Like, you actually looking at this stuff. And this motherfucker done set the shit up. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It's like, why are we looking at it? You see what I'm saying? Like, how can I see it? It's almost like when they do this stuff about the dogs and stuff, I'm like, why do we see it? If you helping a dog, why do we see that the dog been struggling with this kind of bypass and all this stuff and all, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it don't ever make sense to me. So I don't understand. Like, why am I watching a man pull his penis out on a video and stick it in somebody's mouth? That just don't make sense to me. It's like they just expect us to be stupid. Are we? It's like, I really want to know the person that did it. Because it's like, why would I be doing that? That just don't make a lot of sense to me. It don't. Am I tapped in? Tap in. I got to make sure all the videos going. All the videos are going. Okay, so what's the first thing I want to talk about today? So today, what has been happening? I woke up this morning to some woman preaching, and I already started my blurbs and stuff. So the guy today, he took me out. I hate this because he still was touching me. Like, he still touched my knee. And it's like, every time he say something, he touched my knee. I'm like, who the fuck does that? Because I don't like being touched. So I'm out or whatever, and I'm telling the man, like, well, he was talking. I couldn't, when people are negative, I cannot understand what they're saying. Like, I can't hear them at all. Like, I cannot hear him at all. Like, it's like he's telling me stuff, but I keep blinking back into just what I'm doing. Like, I can't listen to him talk that much because it's a problem with what he's saying. Like, everything he's saying is negative. It's always like, it was like a negative story. Like, I fell out of a tree and a dog bit my arm and I broke my leg and this person went through this and that person went through that. And it's like, I cannot continuously go through other people's problems because it's like, I'm already out of the window of tolerance. So I don't want to have an anxiety attack or anything. So then what happens is that this lady wakes up. But last night I had to tell him, nope, be quiet because I can't take it. I can't take this right now. So anyway, this morning the lady wakes up and she calls herself preaching. And she's like, everybody, you don't have to go to church, but turn your heart over to Christ. And it's like, because people are older, they always tend to think that I don't have the knowledge that I have. So it's like, you know, like I got a lot of knowledge. And that's why people always want to call themselves talking over me. Like, it's like, nope, because what I'm saying is the truth. I'm not lying to you, and y'all, I'm serious. I don't talk about spirits and the Bible, and I don't do none of that stuff they do. You understand? But these people that talk about it, they want to be the main person in the room saying something. So this morning, what gets me is every time somebody says to somebody, you have to be like this in order to be defined as this. So it's like, in order for you to be a Christian, you have to give your heart to Christ. And you don't need to tell people when you are going to change something in your life. That is the biggest misconception that anybody could ever give you. It will make the path of what you're doing so much lonelier and lost because now you don't have a guide. That is why when people are doing things like sobriety, you have to actually stand up and say, I am an alcoholic. You don't have to actually stand up and say, I'm not going to ever drink again. I'm not going to do drugs. I am a drug addict. Because you have to actually let people know what's going on. Because that's the first thing about you being honest to yourself. It's not really the room of people. That's why that's the best church you could ever go to. I'm not joking. Even if you're not an alcoholic or whatever, going to an AA meeting or going through the 12-step program, that's probably the best church you could ever go to. Going through the Catholicism, going through Lent, probably the best church you could ever go to, because it's therapy. It's not just I'm gonna do something. I'm just gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that, and I'm just gonna walk around. I don't need nothing. I don't need nobody. It's actually therapy. It's something that you actually need in your life. So even if you not, like, it's like, if you look at the 12-step program, like, this is like, it's really like bringing your heart back to God. And I'm not joking. The 12-step program will actually make you a better person that's closer to God. Because all of us are addicts or something. And so that's what it is. It's like, people really look at this stuff and be like, oh, this is just for this type of person. And it's not. It's not. We admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. So it's like, sometimes we get to a point where you just sit in the house, you saying you depressed. So why would you let depression take over you? That's laziness. It's sloth. So it's like, why would you let that take over you? Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. And that's it. Like, they actually saying, okay, it's something greater than me that can bring me back to who I am. And this is therapy. So this woman is in here saying, don't tell anybody if you're going to do something, because they're going to be the naysayers. I said, why not stop the naysayers? Instead of trying to stop the people that's on the life for change, we're going to start messing with the people that's positive and let the naysayers do it. Y'all always let the bad people do something. But we Christians. So you can have a story to say that you had a hater. And sometimes it's like you your own hater. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, you doing this to yourself. Like, ain't nobody doing that to you. So it's just like, why not? If you know, like, I made a post a long time ago on Facebook, a few years ago. If you know your fucking cousin still, go ahead and set his ass up to get locked up for Christmas. I'm not playing, because everybody needs to have a good Christmas. Lock that motherfucker up. It's like, y'all forever want somebody good to start protecting themselves against somebody bad. Now, you already know they bad. What the fuck you doing it for? If you know this nigga gonna beat her on her birthday, take out of town for her birthday. Take her to celebrate something. Lock that nigga up. Y'all really think I'm playing? Y'all forever letting a hater do whatever the hater gonna do. You gonna let the bully do what the bully gonna do, instead of just beating their ass. Instead of just locking them up. Put the handcuffs on them and throw away the fucking key. Forget they in there. Throw their ass around up in jail. Act like you don't know when their case coming. People play too much with other people's lives. You mean to tell me you gonna still let this person play with my life and you know they a hater? Stop talking to them. If Sugar Bookie got to set up some trouble for somebody that's on their way to a positive life, then Sugar Bookie need to be locked up too. Y'all think I'm playing? Don't talk to Sugar Bookie about it. It's like forever, y'all always. And then the lady, I'm steady telling her that's not what's gonna happen. All this person got to do is open their heart up to God, and that's it. That's all this person has to do, is just open up their heart to God. That's the only thing that needs to happen. And that's not even open up your heart to God. I said, you got to just come as you are. When people saying that, they be thinking they're talking about your clothes. No. God will accept you just the way you are. Like, it ain't nothing for us to say that God ain't going to accept me for who I am. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It's like, God is going to just accept you for how you are. Like, it ain't no way that that's a problem. So it's like, why do y'all keep thinking that that's a problem? You see what I'm talking about? Like, it's like, if that's what they did, then let it go. I'm saying let it go. I'm serious. Stop telling people that they have to stop doing what they doing that's good in their life because somebody else is jealous. Then don't tell them. Let them see the pictures. Let them be jealous. And that's something else you can set up and say, I am jealous. That's something that you are manageable. Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Made a decision. Then make a decision not to be jealous. Made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. You got to search and see what's wrong with you. admitted to God and ourselves, to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. We're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. Humbly ask him to remove our shortcomings. Get on your knees and pray. May the listening persons that we have harmed, and then you got to go back and make amends with them. You see, make direct amends to such people wherever possible. Sometimes you don't even need to. You need to just stay away from them, especially if you're a bully. If you're an abuser, you don't need to be around them anymore. Don't try to make amends, because even that could be wrong. Because sometimes y'all personality really is fucked up. Continue to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. That's making sure that you safe with yourself. You got to be right with yourself. Sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God. Having had a spiritual awakening, these steps. And it's like, that's the best church you can go to. It's the 12-step program. It's not a joke. You don't have to sit in there with them. You can just look at it for yourself. It's like all y'all do for real. It's just somebody always telling somebody what they got to be like. For me to have this type of woman, she going to have a ponytail. I remember this man telling me that, like, dude, ain't nobody trying to be in your face like that. So what? You know, you just be like, and like, it's like you just kind of get tired of people trying to define who you are and what you're doing and how this is going on. And it's like, nah, I'm cool. So let's talk about what you unlearning today. Believing my self-worth depends on my productivity. So this is a hobby. And so some days I don't try to come here on time. Like, it's like if I know that I don't have to be here on time because it's my show. You see what I'm saying? It's mine. It's not yours. It's mine. I'm not coming here to do this for anybody but me. So I am a workaholic, but it's because I have to get stuff done, whether you pay me or not. Whatever y'all trying to go through or whatever you're trying to make me go through, that has nothing to do with me. So it says, this is how you boost your self-worth. Enjoy a new hobby. Take a class. It's like so many types of classes. Udemy, Skillshare Academy. Read more books. Man, I'm talking about sometimes you will pick up a book and you be like, oh my God, this book is so much. It's so much therapy for you. Read more books because then you get to discover more people. And maybe they are like you. Learn a new language. I use what do I use for my language? I don't use Babbel. I use I forgot. I'm learning German, so what is it? Oh my God, I don't know what the heck I use. I use like an app. I'll try to put it at the bottom. Do something out of the ordinary. Okay. Practice daily affirmations, and that's good for you. It eliminates self-criticism. Stop saying all these different things about yourself that are negative. It's like you don't have to do that. What's the one I use? I'm trying to see if it's on here. Not Babbel. Do I use? Duolingo. I use Duolingo. Duolingo for languages. So it's like that's how you improve your self-worth. You become the whole time it's just you becoming more honest with yourself. Like you have to be honest with yourself. If you don't like learning a new language, then don't do it. Go back over English. It's just that's what it is. It's like you just have to make sure that you're doing what you're saying. And then like some affirmations of I am worthy. I love becoming who I am every single day. I love my darkness and my light. And that's something else you have to accept. I am enough. I am deserving of my desires and alignment with my highest self. That's stuff that you have to really think about and try to get over in your time of thoughts and needs. So next, sacrificing my voice beliefs to avoid conflict. Just say it. Y'all, it is like so like opening where you can just like, I don't know, I don't want to have conflict. And I don't have conflict because most people don't think about what I said until I leave. That's when I come back and they have an attitude problem. It's like they don't think about anything I say until I leave because they always think that I'm the most unimportant person in the room. It is like that is how, at least that's how they try to treat me anyway. So it's like, How to avoid conflict and 5 easy steps before it escalates. And so you could actually just do that yourself. Just avoid the conflict. You see what I'm saying? Let me see how to avoid, because I'm not for conflict. I don't want to fight. If you are being stalked, don't try to turn around and tell the stalker this, that, and the other. Don't have to try to do anything because you don't know what they're trying to do. Some people do that so they can try to hurt you, so they can have a reason to say they hurt you. So when the cops come down, well, she was hollering at me. No, bitch, I'm gone. Like, it's like I leave. So it's like you don't have to always be in that situation. So it says strategies for avoiding reframe confrontation. You don't have to always disagree with somebody or whatever. Like I said, just go ahead and walk away. Make a plan. Make a way to exit. Use your sense to quickly relieve stress. So just rub your hands together, keep walking, recognize and manage your feelings. Keep them down. Resolve issues in real time, which means ruminate. Sit down and think about it. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't always just crash yourself into conflict, because some people do that stuff to try to hurt you on purpose. Some people start little stupid arguments to try to hurt you on purpose. Not celebrating my accomplishments because others have better ones. Now, that's the thing. You don't know if it's better. People don't know how long I worked at what I've been doing. So it's like they don't know if what they're doing is better. And so that's the other thing. It's like I put on here the importance of celebrating all your accomplishments. I didn't like this article because it's really kind of like blah. It's like it's not enough or something. It's like, I'm telling you, y'all, if you put your shoes on the right feet, when I get the right and left right, I'm just like, I'm about to celebrate, because that's something I used to have issues with. None of this stuff is coming up, but it'll come up on your computer because I'm at the library. But anyway, just celebrate your accomplishments, and that's it. Like, it's just like celebrate anything. If you had a good day, like my son, I like when he takes up for other people, we celebrate. Like, it's like we just don't sit there and just, oh my God, like, it's just celebrate. Inside of this Pinterest board, I also put the emotion wheel, and it's a Bible-based emotion wheel. I'm not always into the Bible, but sometimes the Bible can help you get over some stuff too. That's why it's just important. So it's for sale too. It's like $14. What is this? It says $7. It's on sale for half price right now. So it's like, if you feel sad, tired, bored, guilty, ashamed. If you have a Bible though, some Bibles actually have it in the back of the Bible. And I have my grandmother's Bible, and I actually lost it when I was being stalked. But when you looking through the Bible, it's like in the back of the Bible, you can go and find like what feeling you have. You can find whatever trial or tribulation you're going through, and you can like actually look it up and then go find a Bible verse. Don't just look at the verse, read the entire story about the person. And sometimes it's just a blurb. Like, it's not even like the Bible has like these daunting stories that you have. Sometimes it's really just like a fable or a moral to a story or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, sometimes you look at it and that's all you have to do is just go through and find it out. Like, it's like, if that's what you feel, just look at the Bible. It'll help you. It'll help you see that other people lived like you before. Other people felt like you before. And so that's it. It's just like, that's the show for today, y'all. I'm serious. This is Unlearning part 3. And those are some things that you just have to unlearn. And some things that you do have to learn, that sometimes you have to look outside of what you might be going through, whatever conflicts you might be having, and find a new solution for yourself, because everything doesn't always work for everybody. But Lent and the 12-step program will actually just bring you closer to yourself, which means that brings you closer to God. So it's like, just be yourself. If you like drink. If you like smoke. If you like dance. If your heart is good, that is all that matters. If I'm not out here trying to hurt people, if I'm not breaking the 12 commandments, the 10 commandments, then I'm not, you see what I'm saying? You're not doing anything. Like, it's like, if you're not breaking the 10 commandments, you're not doing nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like, you ain't, what the hell is it? Especially, like, I hate when people just be like acting like my stepdaddy used to have a cigarette in his mouth and a beer on the table. And he be in there cooking and cleaning and helping us do all this different stuff. And it's like, are you serious? Like, the person you telling me that he's a sinner, and he was a person that picked us up from school. He the one that had a good heart. He the one that taught us the most. And you gonna tell me because he was smoking and drinking, now he got to go to hell? Fuck y'all. You see what I'm saying? It's like he taught us the most stuff. Like, it's like sometimes you got to look and see what's in front of you. He don't beat us or nothing. Like, he ain't. It ain't even like he even want to lift his hand to beat us. He get upset, but he don't even want to lift his hand to put, like, smack the crap out of us or anything. Are you kidding me? And you want to tell me that he going to hell because he's smoking and drinking? You see what I'm saying? Because he don't want to quit. Y'all get the fuck out of here. Look at what's in front of you and know that that person is good. Know that that person has a good heart. And you yourself know that you have a good heart. So why would you then therefore think that anything that you're doing is against anything? It's what you want to do. Everything in moderation. And the reason why they say that, that's a health thing, because some of these things, if you overdo it, can kill you. Even water. You can actually overhydrate yourself. Y'all see what I'm saying? So it's just like, this is what I'm saying today. Just unlearn all that stupid stuff and just move on with your life. And you will be good for it. You don't need to listen to all that. Well, you gotta be like this, and that's why on my blurb I was like, that's why so many church hoes. Y'all understand why? Because it's like y'all always trying to get somebody to define this what a wife's supposed to be like. This what a husband's supposed to be. No, it's whatever you want it to be. Whatever y'all want it to be. Okay, y'all got to end here because I got 15 minutes to go ahead and clean all this shit up and put it online. Anyway, y'all have a great day, and thank you so much for listening if you do. Bye-bye.